Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here today with Elizabeth Fetes, who is the Chief Sales and Marketing Officer for Premier Worldwide Marketing, which is really represented for Charisma Hotels and Resorts. And we're here today to talk about a marvelous new resort that they have upcoming in the Dominican Republic, and it's called Margaritaville Island Reserve Cap Cana. And I'm somewhat familiar with the concept since I literally just got back from the Margaritaville Island Reserve Riviera Cancun, and I really love this property, and I'm sure this is going to be equally as good. But we're going to talk about the new property and what's to come on Insider Travel Report. Now, first of all, Elizabeth, how are you and where are you? I would think you were in Cap Cana, but I know that's probably not the case.
Well, I am happy and healthy, so no complaints over here. I'm dreaming of being in Cap Cana, but I'm located in a close second, which is sunny South Florida. So a good second place behind it.
Absolutely. Well, but I'm sure you're going to be at the new property very soon as you develop it. Now, let's go to that big news. You know, Charisma and its partners are really opening up this new Margaritaville Island Reserve Cap Cana in the Dominican Republic this fall. Do you have what's the rough date when you think that's going to happen?
It's going to be October of 2021.
Okay, so October 2021.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this new resort and what it will offer. This is going to be the second, I believe, Margaritaville that you're opening, that all-inclusive, right?
Yeah, so as you had mentioned, James, you were at the first, which is our Island Reserve Riviera Cancun. So this will be the second, located in the wanderlust that is Cap Cana, the white sand beaches. So you can't miss a better location behind it. So we're really excited to bring the first Island Reserve to Dominican Republic. And really focusing on the destination. The destination itself is so luxurious by nature, and it's so secluded and pristine that it really just has that welcoming vibe mixed with that Margaritaville laid-back luxury piece of it. It was a no-brainer for an Island Reserve resort location.
Now, this is right on the beachfront? Is that where it's located?
Yep, right on the beachfront behind it. It's got great beachfront views and access to it. So you have the beach side to it. You also have the seclusion that's in Gourmet Village, where you can have your own curated food and beverage and overall social ambiance, live entertainment. So you really have the best of both worlds. You can get lost in the hotel, or you can get lost with your toes in the sands on the beach.
No, that's great. That's wonderful. Now, obviously, as you said, this is the second Margaritaville resort that Charisma has opened. And remind us a little bit about the first one. I have to tell you, I was really impressed by your first one. I thought it hit all the right buttons for that Jimmy Buffett ambiance, and the food was excellent, and it was just laid back. So what's been the reception so far to the one that you have in the Riviera Cancun?
Well, the second you check in, it's like you're checking out of all of your worries and any pretense that you have. You're immediately transported into this just laid back vibe where it's not just, it's not just a slogan throughout the hotel. It's just the ambiance that the hotel is. It's very much your own secluded destination behind it. You get your own flip-flops when you check in, so immediately you're transported. Yeah.
There was a huge flip-flop, like a sculpture. I didn't take that one.
Exactly. Well, you'll see that again in Cap Cana as well. So it's that's the marquee element and that signature element of Margaritaville. And it's really nice because they both have this Island Reserve inclusive amenities behind it. You've got Joe Merchant, where you can customize your own in-room bar experience behind it. And it's really just centered around a curated guest experience. So really, as much as you want to do from a social and live entertainment options, to as little as you want to do from laying in your hammock on the balcony or under the swaying palm trees. So it really is the best, the best of relaxation, and both located beachside, which is great. You've got one located on the Riviera Maya in Riviera Cancun, and then you've got another one located on the pristine beaches of Cap Cana.
And so how are you rolling out this brand? Because I know you'll have those two, and I think you have plans for future, right?
Yeah, so we've got more down the pipeline, including another one in Riviera Maya, and it's really investing in the partnership with Margaritaville. It's been so well received in the Caribbean market. It's really gotten positive responses from consumers and travel advisors, and everyone really falls in love with the product the second that they experience. So we're really excited to see what's next on the horizon and other locations that we can go into.
Yeah, well, I have to tell you, I think I saw a sign for the second one you're building in Riviera Cancun, and it was a little confusing to some of the drivers because this is a brand new resort. They didn't quite know where that resort was, and they said, "Should I go that way or this way?" I think I said, "No, go left," and we were right. So
yeah.
we got to a gate that was just closed with a wall, and suddenly it magically opened. And all of a sudden, behind it was Margaritaville. So it was a great entrance, a great way to get in there. Now, let's talk a little bit about how are you positioning these resorts? It's kind of 5-star luxury, all-inclusive, right?
Oh, correct. And that's really behind the Island Reserve brand. It really does combine the amenities of world-class all-inclusive resort with, again, that Margaritaville signature easygoing lifestyle. So it really creates this luxurious setting. It's a very casual, carefree setting. Again, elevated culinary and food and beverage offering where it's not stuffy, but it's also very curated. There's grab-and-go elements, and it's really meant to bring a social setting to have newfound friendships and really explore the resort and just expand your taste buds.
Yeah, well, actually, I was going to tell you, I sort of thought that we just hear wasting away from in Margaritaville all through, but you don't really hear that because you got, at least in the one in Riviera Cancun, you have these little, you can download music on Spotify at different locations, so you can get the music, but you don't have to get the music.
And it's great too because it's all about, just playing into that laid back style behind it and really curating your own experience. Just as you said, you have the option to be able to download the music, have your own playlist that's personally selected here with our partners at Margaritaville. So it really is it's a great element and a nice surprise and delight for the guest as well.
Well, let's get back to talk specifically about the Margaritaville Island Reserve Cap Cana. Now, talk about the accommodations. I know you actually have an exclusive area in the resort with kind of 40 luxury villas, private pools. Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Yeah, so I mean the 40 ultra luxury villas, those are really our marquee suite category in the location. Perfect for buyouts from a wedding group perspective, to have that whole collection and your own island oasis basically nestled into the resort. They're really great villas. There's an upper and a bottom portion of the villa behind it, as well as your own private lagoon, or you've got your own private swim-up suite. And there's just amenities that are above and beyond, besides the intrinsic decor that goes into every single room at Island Reserve. But they have exclusive access to their own SOS swim-up bar, as well as featuring hanging beds and hammocks and just a luxury amount of accommodations that really allows you to relax in comfort and really just get lost in the villa in itself. That could be your destination itself if you go nowhere else during your vacation. But then you also have really quick access to Gourmet Village, so making it really easy to hang out from a social experience and a live entertainment aspect as well.
Well, certainly you can waste away in your villa, just like
exactly.
Now, and how many rooms and suites total? How many?
Yeah, so it's 148. Okay. And then when you're looking at the different styles of accommodations, it's actually 40 luxury villas with it. And then you also we have 13 different accommodations that go from swim-up suites to honeymoon locations with it. So there really is a wide variety of different room categories that can appeal to any guest.
Well, it seems to be more of a boutique all-inclusive. I mean, obviously, you're at Charisma. You have larger all-inclusive brands that with larger properties that are wonderful. But this one is much smaller. You're talking about 150, something for both of these properties, right?
So it's 148 for this property and actually 228 for Cap Cana. So Cap Cana is a little bit bigger.
This is a little bit bigger, but you also have these luxury villas and stuff. So that's interesting. It's still not a huge amount.
Oh no, and I think that that's what makes it really unique within the destination is it still gives you a very intimate vibe. Again, the way that the resort is built out, it's got this crescent moon shape with it. So you've really got your social and your atmosphere happening in the middle of the resort. And then you're going into this nice long walk that is like almost like intrinsic with the lagoons that are lagoons and all the tropical foliage that's going on into the beach that is Cap Cana. So it really, you get lost in that area and it really just feels like you're in a destination all on your own.
No, it sounds wonderful. I'll have to give it a shot when just a comparison point for the one in Riviera Cancun. Let's talk a little bit about the dining options. How many restaurants and bars roughly will you have, and what's going to be the variety of food?
So we've got 10 food and beverage locations and also 24-hour personalized in-room dining. We have everything from sommeliers to expert mixologists that will be crafting drinks at 5 bars, including the Punch Bar and Swim Up Suites. The Punch Bar is really going to be the central area where you want to go and grab a drink before you hit the pool or before you hit the beach behind it. It's going to kind of be the hip spot to go to. We also have a variety of distinct dining options that are exquisitely prepared, from pastas at Frank and Lola's to choice cut cuts at JWB Steakhouse, so a signature of the Margaritaville brand, to Pan Asian specialties that we'll also have available as well. So a lot different culinary fusions that are really, your taste palates are going to go on their own vacation during your stay as well.
No, that's great, because I know it seems to have a few more restaurants than your resort in the Riviera Cancun. Which was wonderful. The food is there. In fact, the Italian restaurant is the same brand as you're putting.
Yeah, Frank and Lola's. Mm-hmm.
But then in Mexico you have this wonderful Latina, which is a kind of fusion with Asian and kind of Latin food. Which let's just say there was a lobster spring roll that was to die for. I could have had that just that night. That was amazing. But then you also had, because we are in Mexico, you had Rita's Tacos, which
and so similarly, we'll have Rum Runners, which will be basically the centrally located spot that guests can go and mingle and kind of meet up with newfound friends behind it. And it really is these expertly crafted menu from the Dominican Republic.
So it is to the location, to the
exactly. And so you'll always see that local taste and that local flair, so that you're also experiencing the destination and the culture within the destination.
Now, what about entertainment and, of course, music offerings? This is a Jimmy Buffett themed resort. What do you have there? I know in Mexico you had some live music at nights. You had obviously those downloadable things you could get, but it wasn't ostentatious. I will say that it wasn't in your face. You didn't have to. You could get away from the music if you wanted to. But what are you going to have in Cap Cana?
So at Cap Cana, we've really got this gourmet village, and it really is in the center of everything that goes on. It's got 7 of the resort's 10 food and beverage locations. It's also got immersive music and entertainment experience behind it. And it's really going to be the hub of like the social gathering.
Got it.
Perfect place to let loose behind it. And then to that point, James, we also have a main stage here. So it'll be a Margaritaville main stage, an urban theater that's going to provide daily entertainment and tropical tunes to complement the vibrant seaside setting. So again, that nature of music living in the Margaritaville brand, that's really intrinsic within the resort. And then we have a couple different locations for activities. We've got the sports hub that's really going to be, again, located right next to the Island Reserve Village, that gourmet village style that really allows people to relax, to get activities in, to go relax at the spa, over 11,000 square feet.
Yeah, we got to mention the spa, because that's I thought the spa in Mexico is wonderful. I'm sure this is going to be equally as good and probably bigger, right?
Exactly. And this is bigger than the one in Mexico, but still has such great amenities. Like you can go and get a Margaritaville facial. So there's just a lot of nuances that come into it, and very, very playful, but also incredibly relaxing behind it.
No, absolutely. I didn't get the spa treatment. I have to go back for that. So I haven't got my Margaritaville spa treatment. But now let's talk a little bit about the customers you're targeting, the guests. For the new Margaritaville, the Cap Cana, what are we talking about? Couples, families, all of the above?
Yeah, so you're really, the resort's geared to all ages, from children to teens to adults. Adults will really love the gourmet village, really going into the restaurants and nightlife that'll be behind it. You'll also see that adults are going to like the live music, available at the Margaritaville Urban Theater, the Punch Bar location. Again, just a lot of specialty drinks, like a lot of our restaurants, and majority of, actually all of our restaurants, have outdoor terraces. So it's meant to kind of have an element vibe behind it. So it's very relaxed. So that appeals to all ages. Behind it. And then we also have full itinerary of weekly parties and events. So really it's that social ambiance that adults will really love. Okay. And then for kids, it's, the resort activities from water volleyball to flip-flop Olympics to beach volleyball. And then for the smaller kids, we actually have Parakeets Kids Club as well.
Right.
So we've got the full range.
I did see that in Mexico, and it is very cute. Mm-hmm. So obviously this is a full range for families and everything else. Although I understand is it true that the third Margaritaville will be much more for couples or not for families, or is that not true?
I think the third Margaritaville is going to be the same. It's going to be very much, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same vibe, a little bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
So as you roll out these Margaritaville, do you have further plans? Are you looking at other locations? I mean, because it looks like you got a hit on your hands here.
Yeah, I think anywhere that has a beach, I think we're looking for locations behind it, or anywhere that has that laid back vibe behind it. Our partnership with Margaritaville has been such a success. So we'll continue to expand horizons with our partners that are Margaritaville.
Now, how are you marketing these both these two new resorts, the one in Mexico, now the one in Cap Cana, to travel advisors? What's the plan?
For travel advisors, it's really important for us to focus on the destination, really putting the destination as the hub, especially for Cap Cana. It's the perfect setting for that laid-back beachfront vibe and just the home of Island Reserve. Right. Our goal is really to educate our travel advisors on the Island Reserve inclusive experience, since it is new to the market. And really letting them know and letting them understand, that elevated experience, how that flows through with the laid back lifestyle, because it really is without pretense. It's not stuffy. So we really want to make sure that comes through to travel advisors, because we know how important that is to really get the guest experience, translated well to them. Because anytime a travel advisor or consumer comes to the property, the second they get onto the property, they fall in love with it. So we just want to make sure that really resonates, and that education piece is the really biggest piece on it.
No, absolutely. And of course, you got the other sort of challenge, or maybe an advantage, that you're also introducing yet another brand right now with Nickelodeon, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So, Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts, Riviera Maya. Yep. So it's the travel advisors. The biggest piece is just really having them understand the guest experience, and knowing how important the guest experience is to us from a charisma perspective is really important.
Well, I have to tell you from my own experience, as I said earlier, I think you have a hit on your hands with this Margaritaville. If it sounds like the one in Cap Cana is going to be a little bigger, a lot more options on dining, and also new options on accommodations, but will be true to the location, so that it will be, whereas it would be a different experience than I got in Mexico, which, as we were talking earlier, I said they made me a shark bite taco, which was about this big, and sadly it was just me to eat it, so I couldn't eat it all. But that's the kind of thing you can get in Mexico, and I could just imagine what you're going to have in Cap Cana for that, on that level.
Oh, our culinary team and our entertainment team, they go above and beyond for the surprise and delights. They keep them very close to chest of what they're going to do, but we always have signature food and beverage offerings, and it's always great because it's not something that's one and done. They're constantly looking at where they can be ahead of the trends, where they can elevate that guest experience and really have a guest leaving saying, wow, I've never seen this before. And just having those Instagrammable moments, our team is so good about that. Well,
for me, I got a setup there where they had a kind of frozen drinks stand, and they'd already set up this picture of margaritas. It was connected to a bike. and they said, well, this is for you. You got to sit on the bike and you pedal and you mix the margarita. So, and of course they said, here, give me your phone. And so in the video we have of the Riviera Cancun Resort, you have me pedaling away on a bike to mix my drink. So I can imagine that's exactly what you're.
We'll make you work for your drink at Cap Cana too. I'll make sure of that.
Yeah, make sure I have to. I got to take off the pound some way, because it really was. I was just kind of eating a lot too, because there was such great food. Anything else you'd like to tell our 85,000 travel advisors out there about Margaritaville Island Reserve Cap Cana, which is upcoming this fall?
I mean, we're really excited to bring the first island reserve to Cap Cana and to Dominican Republic. It's from the luxurious villa accommodations that really truly will be one of a kind within the destination, to the expansive entertainment and nightlife, to the gourmet village, to our island reserve experience. This is going to be your client's ultimate wanderlust. It's going to be a total license to chill, 100%. So we're really excited to have travel advisors down to the property, to be able to experience the property, and to continue the expansion of the portfolio.
No, that sounds great. And if they have a bike that mixes drinks, I'll do it again, but you have to do it next to me on the other side.
I will.
Because I felt a little lonely there. I thought I was going to be in a race, but it was great. It was great. We had a lot of fun. Where can travel advisors go to learn more about your new resort coming up in the Dominican Republic, and also Margaritaville resorts overall?
Yeah, so bookings are already open. So they opened on May 10th. So we're really excited. Opening rates are as little as $209 per person per night. Right. It's up to a 21% travel agent commission as well. Oh, and they can go to MargaritavillislandReserveResorts.com. Again, it's this island reserve rates inclusive. So it's covering all accommodations with taxes, premium food and beverage offerings, 24-hour service, island reserve personal concierge, and more. And it's really that elevated charisma, food and beverage and culinary offering, as well as the personalized service. So we're really excited to have travel advisors starting to get really educated on this product and just having their guests down to stay at the resort.
Absolutely. And as you can tell from me, I endorse this product. I think it's a wonderful new all-inclusive concept. I've stayed at a lot of places, including a lot of your resorts, which are all wonderful, but this was a little different for me. So I really enjoyed this one a lot. I've enjoyed all of them, but this is a new deal, and it really does reflect that laid-back luxury ambiance that with the Jimmy Buffett linked in. So I want to thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for taking the time to tell us about the brand new Margaritaville Island Reserve Cap Cana upcoming this fall, and bookings open now. And I would say, yeah, get your clients down there, because they're going to enjoy it, and send them to Mexico as well, because that resort is fantastic and it's out there now. So thanks again for taking the time to speak with us.
Of course, my pleasure.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.